Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gangs dump commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Hey, everybody!
Saturday!
Welcome to Saturday morning cartoons. We got the Saturday. Oh, wait a minute, we're getting a sneak peek.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
We got the Saturday crew here. I'm Nick. We got Joe over there. We got George, and joining us once again, one of our favorite guests, Jason, Adam, Griffith.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hello,
Emphasis
Jason.
on the Adam. Thank you, guys.
Adam!
Great to be here.
Griffith. Yeah.
And I'm excited about this one. I mean, I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier, but we're watching 1993's Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and you were the voice of Sonic in a later cartoon, but it wasn't this one.
10 years later. That's
10
when
years later.
I started in 2003. But fun fact, I've never seen any of the Jaleel cartoons. So this is going to be a first for me tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. We got the
Yeah.
exclusive here.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
gave it
haven't
away,
either.
Jaleel White, TV's Urkel. No, that's fine. I think most people know that's common knowledge. Jaleel White was the voice of Sonic in the original animated series and in the other one, Sonic Adventure, or the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which aired at the same time.
Does he do his Urkel voice?
No, but there's hints of it. You'll
Okay.
see. Jason, I'm excited to get your take on this as a fellow Sonic voice actor.
Yeah, I can't
Everybody
wait to-
has
Yeah.
their spin, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But let's start off by watching a commercial for I guess it's a cereal that Sonic had something to do with. Take a look.
Hey Sonic, let's race for a box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Race for the taste, the honey sweet taste of Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's the honey nutty part of this complete breakfast.
Hey Sonic, how can I get as good as you?
Race for the taste.
Now you can collect Sega Bucks only on marked boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios. You'll get $1 back for every Sega Buck mailed in, with Sega proof of purchase and cash register receipt. So it's easier to get awesome Sega video games like Echo Tides of Time.
Echo.
Sequel to
Evident-
Echo the Dolphin.
Evidently, before Sonic had a voice, this commercial came out. Because
Yeah,
Sonic can say one thing.
He
Interesting.
didn't. He was silent. We heard from the Honey Nut Bee.
I also want to make an astute observation. I voiced Sonic, and for the David Letterman show, I voiced the Honey Nut Cheerios bee back in
What?
2013. Yeah,
Whoa!
You telling us
Yeah,
this now?
this it never even entered my mind for the past 10 years.
Wow!
Did you go to the-
convergence.
Did you go to the studio or
did.
yeah?
I did.
to-
Yeah,
and you recorded it there?
I got a call from my agent at like 8 a.m. They said they're trying to get the real guy, but he's in LA. He probably hasn't woken up yet. So in case they can't, can you go down to the Sullivan Theater and record this thing? So I did. And then I didn't have TV at the time, so I had to go to my girlfriend, now my wife's apartment, and watch it. And it came on, and it actually got a laugh. So it was,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
How did you prep for the Honey Nut Cheerio bee? Then, like,
I think I watched a bunch of the commercials, and I did my best take on that voice. You know.
okay. Do you remember? I mean, I don't want to always ask you do the voice, but I'm going to ask you if you can you do the Honey Nut Cheerios voice still? Do you remember it? I mean, we just heard it.
I think it was something like this. I mean, it was like, almost like Sonic, but just a little more, hey, Honey Nut goodness.
I forget what the joke was. There was some joke, obviously, there.
I'd love to find. We got to look that one up.
And when I was
We'll
working
play
at the Late Show, there'd be bit ideas, and I was usually the one having to make that call. Like, we can't get the Honey Nut Bee guy, but is there a guy here in New York who could do it? It's like that kind of
that's so funny.
frantic. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna watch the Sonic cartoon, but first let's talk about what we have for mugs or cereals. Joe, start us off.
George, I think you started this trend of boring mugs, and I really ran with it. We were on a 10-day tour recently, and we were in a lot of thrift stores, and I'm drawn to the really boring mugs, and I found this one. The good news is I found a boring mug, but the bad news is it's damaged. But yeah, it doesn't
That's
have
not
the
boring.
things. But check this out. It's all backwards to me. Can you guys just read it out loud for
Oh
me?
yeah,
It's
temporary heating, cooling, and dehumidification.
Dehumidification.
Yep. There's a
Wow.
little
Just
starburst
rent
over
it.
there. Yep.
Right. Oh, that's like the U.S. jingle map.
Yeah. Look, it's got a
Wow.
website down there. Then look at this.
Stop.com.
Check this out. You turn it over on this side, and you got more.
Oh, it's a blank
yeah.
map.
So much.
Yeah.
so
It's,
much
well,
to
it's their
say.
locations. On there.
Locations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
So
It
what is
should
it? It's a
yeah.
heating, cooling, and dehumidification. Like they're a triple threat.
This is
Like, what-
nationwide. They're only on the East Coast. I don't
Like-
know about that.
like, what can't they do? Name one thing they can't do.
They can't get to Sioux City by 5 o'clock.
They can't do the Honey Nut Bee voice. I can tell you
No,
that
they
much.
can't do that
They
either.
can't
So
sell you the dehumidification, but they can rent it to you.
they,
Yeah.
they definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's
And
a
say,
monopoly.
just pay for it and just bring it back. An angry mug. I want to know how it got broken. I mean,
Yeah, was it already like that, Joe? Or
fit of
Yeah,
rage?
it was like that. Yeah, but it wasn't free. It was still like, I don't know, a quarter.
Wow.
They just want to get rid of these things. So maybe I'll start a new trend of damaged mugs.
broken mugs? Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they were selling the handle separately.
Oh,
it's
maybe
it's an assemble it yourself kind of thing.
Oh, maybe that. Oh, shoot.
I got a mug when we were in tour. We went to we were in Denver. We went to Casa Bonita, the children's entertainment restaurant with cliff divers. It's like a pink Spanish Mission. We had been there 2 or 3 times before, but then they renovated. The South Park guys bought it and renovated it, and it lived up to the hype.
It was so fun.
It
It
was-
was incredible.
we spent like
Everybody put it
4
on the
hours.
list.
Yeah. I got this cool Casa Bonita mug, and my favorite part about it is that I'm left-handed, so I hold the mug this way, and you get the nice little Spanish Mission right there. So if I'm holding it this way, that's out to people.
Oh,
So
wow. They thought of it all.
handsome mug from Casa Bonita.
and it
Are you
looks like it holds
proselytizing?
2 gallons of coffee.
It's gigantic. Yeah, it's
Wow.
huge. So
What they were going for, there's a documentary on, I think it's Hulu or Amazon or one of those, about the making of this new Casa Bonita by the South Park guys. They bought it, and their idea going into it was 1973's idea of the 1800s.
right.
So you'll see this like old animatronic prospector wearing a Farrah Fawcett shirt.
Right.
And,
Because that's what the original Casa Bonita was built in the 70s, and that was their idea of the
Yeah.
1800s Mexican
Amazing.
mining town.
it's
So
and the puppet show is genuinely funny. Genuinely,
it
very
was
funny.
some
Yes.
real laughs in there. So
Yeah.
go, and then we had cliffside dining, and every 15 minutes, guys are diving off 3 stories into a pool of water. Amazing place.
That was Denver.
In Denver. Yep. George, what about you?
So there's a thrift store a few blocks down.
Oh
and,
God, I'll get this. Okay, there we go.
a few blocks away, and I saw a mug that reminded me of the actions of Sonic. This is the World Highlight mug,
Oh,
and it says let's see, Miami, Tampa,
Only
St.
Florida.
Pierce, and
mhm.
Ocala. Is that how you say it?
Ocala. Yeah. Ocala.
So that's the whole world, right? That's the whole world of Highlight. Is those the 4 cities? That's sort of like
Yes.
the Bermuda rhombus of Highlight. And this, by the way, is the filthiest. I washed it for about a half hour, and it was so dirty it looked like intact. But once I washed it, I realized it's completely cracked all the way through. But I have never been so disgusted by something I bought at a thrift store before.
Is it coffee stains in there or what?
No,
Like,
no. It looked like it had been taken out of a house that somebody else had been taken out of. Like it looked like some sort of
like a crime scene. There's blood splatter on it.
It's still attached to it. I'm still not allowed to cross it, but
I've heard a fun fact is that in Highlight, the ball is the fastest moving ball in any sport.
Yeah.
The fastest moving object is a shuttlecock and badminton, but I think Highlight they just whip it.
Here's my highlight fun fact: is I heard that it's extremely rigged. You know, you can gamble on it. It's like the only you can gamble on Highlight, but I've heard it's so rigged that if you have an insight, like people get rich off of it because they know one of the Highlight guys. They throw games all the time.
Oh,
yeah, according to like a buddy of mine. So I don't know.
Sport as dirty as George's Highlight mug.
Is Highlight anything like the old NES game Hide-Lide?
Oh, I don't know about that game.
It's a deep
Oh,
cut.
okay.
I don't know that one.
By the way, I
maybe
should mention we're going to be talking about old school video games and old cartoons. And there are people who know a lot more about both than we do. So things will be wrong about both video game history and probably animation history in today's episode.
That's a good
And
disclaimer.
I'm couching that, right now. But hey, we have a voice of Sonic here, so there's some authority.
Jason, you got a fun mug?
I do. I got this. My wife made this for me. She went through my camera roll one Christmas and made, I don't know, 20 mugs just from selfies, stupid selfies I took of myself and sent to other people. There's a great one. I'll have to bring it to another one episode, but it's me making this face in front of a giant corned beef sandwich that's taking up an entire wall. It's
Like fiberglass? The fiberglass one or like a real one? A real sandwich?
No, a picture of a sandwich.
Picture of a giant roast beef sandwich.
But we have all the mugs. They're decorating our wall right now. So every single one of these mugs. They're incredible.
Man.
But I thought this one would show up the best.
That's perfect.
Put me on the list for those mugs. I want one of them.
You got it, dude.
I would
Christmas is right around the corner. Yeah.
And damage it for me too. So
I'll make sure it takes out someone's eye.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Sonic. This is a video game series near and dear to my heart. As you know, I was a Sega loyalist from the Sega Master System onward. Even when Nintendo, some would say, had the better games, I was loyal to Sega throughout. And then I was vindicated when, in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog came out. It turned out to be a system seller for the Genesis and took the world by storm. And was the cute mascot that Sega needed to rival Mario. And it showed off the graphics and the engine of Genesis, which could make him go really fast. Let's take a look. Takes me back.
It makes me want to eat a bowl of Doritos.
Oh, God, yes. Oh man, it made Altered Beast look like a pile of puke compared to what's everybody's Sonic game history?
I mean, I haven't. No,
You didn't play?
we were a Nintendo family, so only when I went to your house, Nick, is when I would play the Sega bullshit. And
wow.
yeah, Altered
Words.
Beast too. I remember. What was it? A Pomida had an Altered Beast. I remember thinking like, this is as good as graphics are ever going to get. Like, this is incredible how good these graphics are. So Altered Beast would be my Sega, but nothing with Sonic.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a Nintendo person. I think I got out of video games.
Most normal people were.
I'm gonna end this.
But I did go to a friend's house who just got it, and when I saw him playing it, I thought, wow, this is like, I can't follow what's going on. It's too fast. It was like movies going from the silence to the talkies, and I was like left in the dust. Never
Sonic left everybody in the dust. What about Jason? Did you play? I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, but
yeah, I started off with a Nintendo because I think I got
normal
my first,
people do.
Yeah, right. First Nintendo was birthday of '87. I want to say. And then it wasn't until 93, I think, that my sister got the Sega Genesis, and she got Sonic 2 with that. So, it was like, the Nintendo was mine. So I'd be like, you can't play it. It's mine. And she'd say the Sega's hers. She couldn't play it. So then I had to like one up her and become Sonic,
Right.
You won.
You totally won.
Did she become Mario?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Is she the voice of?
She's Mega Man. So she. So then, like any popular franchise, like we've watched, I think 2 different episodes of the Mario cartoon. Before that, we've watched Saturday Morning Supercade, which is all Atari stuff. And when Sonic hit big, Deke, our good friends at Deke, decided to cash in with not 1, but 2 concurrent Sonic cartoons. This one, I believe, was the first one that came out. This was in 1993, Adventures of Sonic. This was the goofier series, and this was in September of 93, it came out. And this one aired like after school, like it was syndicated, more lighthearted. And I guess when Deke pitched, they were pitching a Saturday morning cartoon to ABC. And ABC said, yeah, we'll take it. And then they said, but we also want to do a syndicated series. And they said, we don't want that. So they had to change this one, the Saturday morning one, to make it a little darker than the syndicated one, so that they could they weren't the same cartoon. Even though they're both, like you said, Sonic was voiced by Jaleel White. They were the same. Dr. Robotnik was the villain and all this stuff. Then we get to Sonic X. And this was an anime from 2004, which, Jason, you were the voice of Sonic for this.
Yeah. Well, 2003 is
2003.
When it premiered. Yeah, that's when we started in the summer, recording in the summer 03. And then I believe it came out September of that same year.
So there's a Japanese cartoon, and did you listen to the Japanese voice of Sonic, or how did you inform your voice? Okay.
Well, so the way I auditioned for it, they played me some clips of Ryan Drummond, who was the Sonic from Sonic Adventure 2, the one right before me, and they said, we don't want you to copy this voice, but we want you to come close to it. So I auditioned with that in mind, and for my callback, I had auditioned for Sonic and Chris, his human friend, and there was a producer, Michelle, who came in and she said, just swap those voices. And so the voice that I was doing for Sonic, I swapped for Chris, and when I put for Chris, I did for Sonic, and that's how it ended up being when they cast me.
And then you got cast in the video game too, as well, right? The video games that were around that time, 2004, 2000.
Yeah. So that all sort of happened. I didn't have to re-audition for the video games or anything. I believe 4Kids and Sega had a licensing deal together, so they wanted to keep it all uniform. So they had me do the video games as well. And it was 2004 that they had me audition for Shadow as well. It was right above Sonic there. And I don't even remember having a callback for that, but I remember I auditioned, and then a lot of time passed where I was like, well, that isn't going to happen. And then they're like, oh no, you got the part. We just haven't had anything to record yet. So his first episode came up, and I got to record that too.
Was there ever a scene with Sonic and Shadow where you would have to talk to yourself? And how would you do it? Oh, that's separate.
I will tell you, Joe, that is the number one convention question I get.
I did it.
Yeah. You
did it. You saved out on getting a lanyard.
Yes.
You don't have to go to convention.
Well, of course, they would have me record just one of the characters first, and then go back and do, I'd usually start with Sonic and then go back and do Shadow. But now I can do both because I do that for Cameo a lot. So Sonic will talk a lot, and then Shadow will say, well, let me say something. Well, what do you want to say? I want to say that I'm the ultimate life form. You're the ultimate life form. Well, I'm the fastest thing on Earth. Oh, chaos control.
That's a magic trick.
They missed an opportunity. They do that. That's magic.
The energy.
I don't know if 23-year-old Jason could have handled it. 44-year-old Jason is like, let's do it.
You got it.
Bring it on. You got calluses on your larynx, right?
I do. I'm sure I do.
Back then, it was just pink and fresh. Yeah.
I missed a cartoon in between the other one. Sonic Underground was 99, I think. So that came after Adventures. And anyway, I'm getting these all mixed up. Then, of course, we had Sonic Boom in 2022. And then just last year, we had Sonic Prime, it's Sonic Prime. I don't know. I'm getting so mixed up.
Yeah, so, Sonic Prime.
Sonic Underground was 2014. Then, Sonic Prime is 2022. And then Knuckles is currently on Paramount Plus. So there's a lot of Sonic animated series out in the ether there. We mentioned, though, that the original voice was Jaleel White. We'll get to hear a little bit what he does in Sonic the Hedgehog from '93. Other voice actors in the series, we have, he's been in a lot of stuff we've watched. This is what's his name? Jim Cummings, who was Winnie the Pooh, and he plays Dr. Robotnik. He was Splinter and Darkwing Duck and everything. And then this series introduced a love interest for Sonic. Princess Sally Acorn was a new character. We had Tails in there, and then there's a robotic chicken named Cluck. There were robots named the SWAT bots, and then there was a robotic mutt named Mutsky, all voiced by a gentleman by the name of FrankWelker.jpg.
Ah, that was
Oh
going to be
my
my
God.
next question. Yep.
Yes, he
Where's
was in it.
Welker?
Yeah.
.jpg and all this. Yes.
So apparently, this is the pilot episode was the one that they made before they got the note. Hey, we got to differentiate it from the syndicated adventure series. So this one's a little more lighthearted. Then they got darker, but thought this would be a good intro to Sonic. So let's do it.
all right.
Good theme song, by the way.
Blue streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. Look out.
Oh, thought we were done.
There's 5 more verses.
Yeah.
Don't doubt what he can do. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. He's the fastest thing alive. He's the
Sally.
fastest thing alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, let's pause it. What's Sega's second most popular character after Sonic, or does it drop off hard after Sonic?
Is it Crash? Is it Bandicoot?
Oh,
Is he
Bandicoot-
he's TurboGrafx. I think he's TurboGrafx.
Yeah. No, yeah, Bandicoot was I think he was I don't know what Crash was.
see, this is when we're going to get in trouble on the.
I
on
think it's the
comment.
cockpit from Afterburner. Is
Oh
the,
yeah. Right.
Is the most
Or
popular.
Altered Beast, one of the
Yeah.
Altered Beasts.
One
I do have a serious question. Was that the same guy that sang the DuckTales theme? Singing this? I feel like there's a
around the
similar
same time.
right?
I bet
Probably so,
Deke
yeah.
had their stable, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
good
Wonder
question.
I'm
Boy.
googling furiously.
I think Wonder Boy was the Sonic. DuckTales was higher, but they they might have
yeah.
just ooh. All right, this is called Heads or Tails. By the way, that Sally Bigford, I'm sure there's furries who have a thing for her.
Princess Sally will love these. I can't wait to give them to her.
And Knuckles could fly. He would use his tail to do it. Tell her.
Oh, Tails. Yeah.
Or Tails, yeah. Sorry, not Knuckles. Yeah, Knuckles had the big punch. See, thank you for correcting me already here, Jason.
Oh
Sorry.
boy, you're getting ripped to shreds right now in the comments. Ripped to
It's
shreds.
called Tails Knuckles.
Nope, not here. Nope. Nope.
Oh, here's a forgettable character.
Do you know this character's name?
No.
Ready?
Is it like too tall? Oh, hey now.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Poochie the Rockin' Dog right here.
Oh, this is an entrance. Is this the first episode of the series?
Yeah,
Rick, did you
yeah.
say? Okay, this is a hell of an entrance.
Hey, Sal, don't you call me a fool, cause baby, you know that I'm way past cool. Way
Hear
past
Urkel in there?
cool.
I can hear some Urkel.
Way past cool, huh? How do you like
Oh,
the
yeah.
entrance? You know, the way I come flying in, hit the old Axl Rose pose right on the downbeat.
He's probably like
Sally will
17 doing
like
this,
it.
right?
It's too hard
Wow.
work.
93,
It's gotta
yeah.
be softer.
Softer? What do you mean softer? Oh, I hate softer. Softer is for pillows, for ice cream. Music has gotta move. It's gotta be pedal to the metal.
You can
It's
hear-
gotta-
Ballad.
He's trying to fight against the Urkel. He's really trying, like he's trying not to sound like Urkel.
Yeah.
But it's
They
there.
hired him.
It's there,
because he
yeah.
could do the nasally voice. So yeah.
I've
Maybe
lost jobs for sounding too much like Sonic, by the way. So I get
Really?
it. I was cast twice as a lead in one of the Yu-Gi-Oh series and a lead character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and both of them I lost because the producers went, "Oh, he sounds too much like Sonic," and I was trying so hard not to sound like Sonic, you know.
Yeah.
But you got, I mean, it's the
you
way your
are
larynx
Sonic.
is shaped, right? I mean, like,
Yeah,
or
it's-
whatever,
it's
your
right,
voice
yeah.
box is shaped that way. You can't help it.
Right,
are
shaped like
Sonic.
a heart.
Ballad, smelling, nuh-uh, no way, man. Ballads make me want to hurl. Ugh. Chunkage contained.
Chunkage contained. They're definitely trying to do the Wayne's World style.
Yes.
90s
He
lingo.
was 2 minutes ago.
The foul little beast is ours, Clack.
Is that Jim Cummings?
Jim Cummings, yeah.
Have you met Jim Cummings before?
No.
Did you guys ever meet each other?
The
really don't.
is direct.
Not a lot of
convention.
mixers.
Get that
Yeah.
small one. Get Sonic. Get him.
Hang tight, Tails. We're using Warp 7.
Hope nobody calls you Knuckles.
Hey, Sonic! Over here! Little news bulletin, Robotnik. Read the old lips. You are history.
I keep
done
wanting him to call
through.
Robotnik
I'm here,
big guy.
'cause the freedom fighters are up and on the job.
Hey, big guy.
We're there.
Laura, my sweet.
Wait.
Sally, my sweet.
Mark my words, Hedgehog. Before this day is done, you and
Kinda
the
sounds like
Power Rings
Claw from
will be
Gadget.
right in the palm of my hand.
Should we hold our breath, guys?
No way.
No way. No, no.
Let's juice.
It's Sonic.
Let's juice.
This is a weird character. I don't know if he's ever appeared in any other Sonic materials, but it's Antoine, the French, I don't know, some sort of road.
I don't think
Wow.
Let's Juice was ever like that. Wasn't like a real. Nobody ever said Let's Juice.
I'm
did they?
gonna start writing that when I sign an autograph. I'm gonna write Let's juice on it and just see if anybody gets it.
But wait a minute, Jaleel said that. I don't.
In episode 1-1 of
Yeah.
And you look a little green. Actually, you look better green. You should keep it.
Oh, Urkel.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Barry.
Sal. What's wrong?
I can't hear
I
anything
thought you were
but.
gonna help.
But what about yesterday?
It'd be great if
What about
Carl
it?
Winslow came
Didn't I
out.
help yesterday?
Oh yeah.
No.
Reginald
No.
Bell.
Is there an echo?
But what about the day before yesterday?
Sonic, are you gonna help us?
I was, I can, I am.
Thank you.
I was built for speed and born for danger. Speed is my middle name and danger is my game.
There was a
Game,
there was a
Sonic.
Hanna-Barbera
We
cartoon
need
called Quickie
metal
Koala,
cotter pins for the
which was about a
caterpillars.
koala who could
Cotter
move
pins?
quickly. He would like
What's a cotter pin?
teleport.
Huh? What?
Are
I know
hedgehogs
that.
actually fast?
Cotter pins. Come
No.
on, Rotor.
Okay.
We gotta
Nor
do
are
the
they
green
blue.
thing.
do they wear shoes?
They do wear red Converse All-Stars. Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid tree.
Tails, what are you doing?
Going to the big city.
I'm excited for you, little bro, but that's nowhere near cool.
How come?
Because the big city is crawling with
Tails
SWAT
sounds like a
bots.
real kid,
They're
kinda
all
like
over the
Charlie
place,
Brown.
I was
waiting
just
for you
gonna
to
say
come
the
to-
same thing. Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
sounds like just lift the audio from 1967.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown's.
Wait, my wife and I watched that the other night, and that is amazing because there's even flubs in that too. There's a part where like Sally is saying a line, and you can tell it's like a 6-year-old who's reading that line, and flubs a line at one point, and they leave it in. I love it.
And the
Yeah.
recording sounds like it's a little more echoey, like they just kind
Yeah.
of did it in a room and not in a
How
studio.
come?
Yeah.
Because the big city is crawling with SWAT bots. They're all over the place, just waiting for you to come to town so they can roboticize you.
They are?
Sure they are.
Okay, but it's a long way back to Knothole. So if a buzz bomber gets real mad and gobbles me up, I bet you're gonna feel just terrible.
That is
I like when they use real
Okay, you can
kids.
go. But listen up. You stay in my backpack and guard the power ring. Got it?
Got it.
Jason, I have a voiceover
Is
question
it
for
gonna
you.
be dark?
So like when
Yeah.
you're watching other
Ah,
like when
look at
you're
that.
watching
Look at that still. It's-
when you're watching something like the even like a Honey Nut Cheerio Bee commercial, are you mentally taking notes like, oh, maybe I should try that? Are you ever like watching other things and being like, maybe I can implement that the way that they sneezed in that one scene? Is like, could I maybe sneeze that way, or do you take
For
notes?
sure.
Or yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. Especially if I'm in the if I have a lot of auditions, I will just pluck things out of whatever I hear and just try things because then you surprise yourself, But for something like a commercial, like, and we may have talked about this before, but like I will immediately do the tagline, or if I see something on a billboard, I'll be driving with my wife and I'll just start doing the tagline and try to do it as many ways as possible and make it sound different, because that's your like secret weapon as a voice actor. Because when you go into these auditions, or even for the booking, it's so quick and they want so much. My mistake when I first started out was doing 3 in a row that sounded exactly the same, but I just wanted it to sound good. And it's like, no, they actually want a variety, so they can go, give us a variation of B, and then you give them 3 more of that, and So yeah, always.
You're practicing throughout your day. You're driving down the road, and you're practicing when you're in your car, and you're just trying new stuff.
Sometimes, I mean, whenever I see something or hear something, yeah, I do, and it's sort of ingrained in me now because I've been doing it for so long that it's like that's kind of fun for me,
Yeah.
Practicing / irritating your wife. You can.
She loves it. She'll do it with me. She'll do it with me.
Oh, okay, all right, good.
Like,
well, you married the right lady.
But I have to say though, when I started as Sonic for the show, it sounded like, and this is my first time seeing this Jaleel portrayal.
Yeah.
It sounded much more like Jaleel because,
my Sonic started off really nasally and kind of nerdy. So it was like this. But by the time we got to the video games, he sounded much cooler, like this. So there's an evolution. So it was like, softer for the anime and softer for the show, but really cool and like adventuresome for the games.
Yeah. It's almost like you gained more confidence too. Like it sounds like you're just like putting yourself out there more.
Yeah, the producers were the ones saying, try something cooler now that we've come this far. But it's funny that you say that, Joe, because when we did that, I did feel way more confident, and I felt like I really got it at that point. Like it's something in me clicked where I'm like, oh yeah, I really like doing this voice, and I know how to do this voice, and I'll do this voice forever.
And then you told the producers, you looked at the producers in the eye and you said, "Let's juice."
Do you ever have to work with kids?
No.
I don't think you work with anybody other than a director, right? I mean,
you're in that booth right there, I guess. Right?
You know what? No, not for this show, but for a show I did called Super Wings. There would be kids coming in. I played a talking airplane, and it was the strangest recording setup because usually, the director, everyone's outside the booth, and you're in the booth by yourself. But because they had kids come in, the director would sit like right below where I was recording and be staring up at me and just say, and now say this, and now do this. That was good. Try again. It was weird. Yeah.
It was so that you wouldn't hear the kids in the other room. Is that right?
Right. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
The big city? That's the plan. Hold on. We're going to juice.
Oh, there's
Planet
They're
Fitness.
actually going to Jamba Juice, yeah. All right, that's part 1 of Sonic the Hedgehog, the 1993 Saturday morning series. So far,
what happened in that? I kind of forgot it all.
Even I missed it. I didn't.
Okay.
He's going to the city with Tails.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's what you need to know, and you got to watch out for SWAT bots there. So, yeah. Shall we watch some commercials?
Sure, but first, Jason, you are a vital part of the lineage of Sonic voices. I saw you discuss it on TMZ of all places, which is mainly important because it reveals that I go to the site TMZ on occasion. And to see you freaked me out. And of course, as we've said, Jaleel White was the first, but you guys have something else in common. Watch this PSA, or a portion of this PSA.
Contents under pressure, I just might blow. Contents under pressure, I just might blow. Contents under pressure, I just might blow. I'm not ready for the wild thing. Staring in the mirror, and what do I see? Drops and drops of sweat pouring down on me. The pressure.
I think it's good.
It's great. On the school doorknob. Contents under pressure, I just might blow. Contents under pressure, I just might blow. Contents under pressure, I just might blow.
Oh, it's beatboxing.
Yeah. So, do you know what commercial I'm going to pull?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
100%.
we're going to watch that.
Do you rap? Is this a Jason rap?
I hope
No, but I do want to
so.
say before you show that, if you've ever seen Camp Cucamonga, Jaleel does an amazing rap during that movie as well.
Oh, I should mention that it was viewers.
I just watched that a week ago, by the way.
Did you really?
Never seen it. Yeah.
So a few days ago, somebody on the found footage message board posted this and said, "Have the guys asked Jason about this yet?" So the answer is yes, starting now.
Oh, wait. I have to know something. You're not one of those I don't wear condom because they're uncomfortable guys, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. One of those I don't wear condom because that means you don't trust me guys? No. Don't wear one because I promised to pull out in time guy?
No! Look, I'm not a don't wear one because I've used one with every other girl I've been with guy, a don't wear one because they're too embarrassing to buy guy, a don't wear one because I'm allergic guy, or even a don't wear a condom because I just don't feel like it guy. I'm a wear a condom every time I have sex, no matter who I'm with, where I'm at, or what time of day it is, because that is the only way to be totally safe. Guy.
Good.
Exquisite.
Wow.
Whoa, you both did safe sex PSA.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, for knowing that's a PSA, because everybody will say, "Hey, that condom commercial." I'm like, nope, it wasn't. We weren't advertising condoms. Funny story about that. There was one take where the director said, "Now I'm going to call action, and I really want you to go at each other." You know. So he called action, and I smashed into her face. So like I thought I knocked out one of her teeth. It was very intense.
Wow.
It was so intense you didn't use a condom. That's how.
Right.
I still have that condom somewhere here. That
You
brittle,
really?
brittle condom. It's somewhere in like a coffee mug.
Wow. It's being played in Hollywood for sure.
It should, yeah.
What was it
behind
like
glass.
on the set, just like kissing all day long? Like how many
God,
takes was it?
I'll tell you what, Joe. Now, first of all, you saw those sideburns, how big those looked?
Yeah.
They were, when I booked it, they were way bigger. And that was trimmed down. They
They
trimmed
made
those.
you trim them down?
They did.
Because it was scratchy on her, or like what? Like,
No, because I looked like 76 Elvis. And they're like, I don't know if that's what we're
Which is
going
what
for.
you were going for. Well, you
I
were
was,
going for
I
it,
was.
but yeah.
I thought it was
will-
the friction from all the kissing.
I booked that. I was in a 6-year relationship, and I booked that the week after we broke up. So I was in this place where I was like, oh, I can't believe we're broken up and everything. And then all of a sudden my agent's like, you want to audition for this thing where you just have to go make out with girls in this audition? So I went in for the first audition, and I remember the girl wouldn't kiss me. And she's like, no, I'll do it if we get to set. I was like, okay. And the casting director's like, sure. Yeah. So then for the callback, they brought me in. They're like, we already booked you, talking to me. They're like, but we have some candidates for women. So these girls just had to come in, and I just had to kiss all of them.
No.
So it was like this gift from God.
Yeah.
I got to do this
Right
commercial.
after a breakup.
And I felt fine after that, you know?
Yeah.
Did
Everything's
you-
all good.
Did you have to alter your kissing style or anything, or did you make it more TV? Like, I don't know. I guess because you probably have your private kissing style, but then your TV kissing style. Did you have to change anything up, or did you?
What a question. I don't know.
I bet they don't ask you that at the conventions. They don't ask you that at the conventions.
This is the first time I've been asked this
Yes.
question. No tongue involved. Okay, that's what
Okay.
you know.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah. You ever kiss
All
your hand? There you go. That's it.
Of course, daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another
All right.
commercial looks like that I've been in.
What is this one? Yeah.
Well,
what's
so
this one?
the setup for the commercials we're going to watch is actors before they were famous. So this is a non-sexual commercial you're in which, again, you carry the whole thing.
All depending on how you look at it. It's not.
No, you do a great job.
Let me tell you about a great new game.
In your face.
In your face.
No factoids to remember.
How can you cook an egg?
These are questions everyone knows the answer to.
Soft boiled.
Just take the in-your-face question generator and one of 1,000 questions pop up. Start the timer and let the fun begin.
Something that has feathers.
Chicken.
Turkey.
Problem is, eventually, you run out of answers.
Wait.
Time's up. In your face. Just move your game piece and ask the next question. So many answers. So little time. In your face. A game of questions, answers, and timing. Batteries not included.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That was great.
I filmed that the Friday before September 11th. I remember.
Oh God.
Yeah, because I filmed that and then promptly got sick, and I was sick the entire weekend after that, and then September 11th happened.
Right.
Wow. Do
So
you
few
still
people remember the events of 9/7? Is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you
I
still
help-
do
yeah,
commercials or PSAs?
Yeah.
Do you still do those?
I do voiceover stuff for
Okay,
commercials.
but you don't
I got
do
a few.
person. You don't do like actual.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because most of the business has gone non-union. I was just talking to one of my directors about this, and it used to be 90% was union and 10% was non-union, and now it's flipped. There's so many more non-union commercials, on-camera commercials now, that there's not. I went on my first on-camera audition in like years 2 weeks ago, and there's just not. It's if you're union, it's not.
Yeah.
it's not happening.
If you're not union, do you not get the residuals then? Because I have a friend who worked in a lot of commercials. Yeah, who worked in a lot of commercials, and then he landed a Subway commercial, and then that just paid for his year.
Yeah,
it was a Subway commercial that was on constantly, but that doesn't seem like the case anymore.
Well, I mean, with the non-union stuff, no, you're not going to get. It's all buyout.
Yeah.
So, but I
Did
do
you
have
at
a
least
funny.
get a free?
Yeah.
Did you at least get a free copy of that game? I mean,
No, I didn't even know the game came out. In fact, I didn't see that commercial for like 15 years. I didn't even know it was on TV. And then one day, I don't know, I looked it up. I'm just like, I wonder if it's like out there. And then there it was.
Wow.
I remember one of the producers, and this is 23, 24 years ago now. But I just remember the guy. He looked like mafioso, and they're bringing me out in all these outfits, and he's just sitting there like that one. Don't put him in the dinner jacket, Then he's like, do the script for me. Do the script. So I'm like, in your face, blah blah blah. And he's like, you know what? Do it like De Niro. And I was like, I don't know. Okay. So I'm just trying my best, And he's like, that's not De Niro.
Why did he ask you? Just for his own amusement?
I don't know. He was just trying to put his own spin on it,
Oh.
It wouldn't make any sense to have De Niro do that in your face.
Right.
Why would Robert De Niro be pitching that product?
Right. I did notice your sideburns were even smaller in that commercial, so they
Yes,
gradually got reduced.
I had decades of sideburns, man. Now it's,
I like
it's all the beard,
It's the ultimate sideburn.
Yeah. Oh God, we all have beards, don't we?
We
Yeah,
do.
we do.
Yeah.
we do.
I think it's a good look.
Beard
George,
boys.
you mentioned that we have before they were famous commercials.
Yeah. Yes, and weirdly, these are all Atari or Burger King commercials.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Do you have ice hockey by Activision?
Think you're ready for it? One of the roughest video games around for your Atari game system? Ready to battle for the puck? Well, to inflict fierce body checking, furious stick checking, ruthless tripping. You really think you're ready for all that? I'm ready! Fine. Here's your charge. Ice hockey by Activision!
Who was that?
Who was it?
That was Phil Hartman.
Oh, wow.
Back it up.
What?
Back it up. I didn't see. Are you sure? Where, on the right?
Oh my God, it is.
Oh,
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he knocked it out of the park.
Nailed
So
it.
good.
How did we all miss that?
Okay, yeah, there might be a few others that
Didn't
aren't
see
clear.
it.
But do you
Wow.
think he's got the chops based on
I
this?
think he's gonna make it big.
He's going to
Okay.
do okay.
He should have bit the storekeeper's nose off.
Just go all the way.
All right.
Ice hockey by Activision!
And now, an announcement that can't wait.
We have something to tell you.
We can't keep it a secret any longer.
See, from the very beginning, I knew he was a winner.
I felt the same way. So now it's time for everybody in the world to know.
Burger King has switched to Pepsi.
Burger King and
Elizabeth
Pepsi.
Shue and Andrew
Two winning
McCarthy.
tastes.
Together at last?
Together at last.
Wow.
Burger King casting. Finger on the pulse.
Aren't you hungry? Aren't you hungry?
Hold it! I just have to tell you about the Aren't You Hungry for a Whopper game at Burger King. You can win a Whopper
Meg
or
Ryan?
a Coke, $1,000,
Yes. Mary Lou Retton.
$5,000, even $1 million. There's a 1 in 6 chance of winning
Got
a
the
prize.
perfect Mary Lou.
Okay, back to the most important reason to come to Burger King, the food.
Aren't you hungry? Aren't you hungry?
The music.
Hungry for
good stuff.
There's something you don't know about Atari video games.
John
Are
Malkovich.
you kidding? He knows everything.
Is it? Everything?
He's the best at reserve, sensational at Star Raiders, and he scores at least 1 million in Defender.
At least. But do you know you can get an Atari video game cartridge free? Buy 2 of these great hits, and Atari will send you any one of these great games free.
He didn't know that.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I thought that was Elizabeth Shue.
I thought that's Elizabeth.
I think
Shue.
that is as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's the
think she
dude?
was-
Is it anybody?
Some
I'm sure his
nobody. Family loves him.
Buy
Frankie
2 now,
Burnside.
get 1 free.
Elizabeth Shoes.
A very, very big message for grown-ups.
Do I look 20% smaller to you? I must to McDonald's. When I order a regular
Natalie
burger
Portman.
at McDonald's, they make it with 20% less meat than Burger King. Unbelievable. Luckily, I
What's
know
her
the
face?
perfect
Rosa
way
Bog?
to show McDonald's how I feel. I go to Burger King.
Aren't you hungry
Who's the vampire girl?
for Burger King
Oh,
now?
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
That's who it is.
No.
I was going to say that is also Elizabeth Shue. But no.
They're always Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Who was
Wow.
that? That was Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yes. How do you rate their performances, Jason? As
So good. No, they were all really good, actually.
Phil Hartman for me was the standout, but yeah, he was older.
Yeah.
I think the guy that we don't know his name was pretty good.
I thought so too. I think
Also
he was
very good.
I think he was doing a Robert De Niro impression.
Okay.
Maybe the same director. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, that's De Niro.
That's not De
That's
Niro.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
We last left Sonic with Tails in his backpack. They're going to the big city where dangerous things happen.
That's right.
Patrol 9, status. Z sector normal.
This is Walker.
Place is crawling with SWAT bots, Tails, so we gotta chill. Serious.
Very Blade Runner-esque.
The city smells so yummy.
Like no different.
Because Robotnik's factories hurl tons of crud into the sky every
Lauren.
day.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Gesundheit! Past cool, Tails.
Past cool? They're just trying catchphrases to see what
Now
sticks.
Now it's way past cool.
Way past cool. Yeah.
Cockpits.
Who are those guys?
They used to be people. Then Robotnik fed them through his robo machine, and now they're robots working in his
Dystopian.
crud factories.
This is taking a turn.
Yeah.
Don't see him.
This feels like a
Uncle
Sega
Chuck's
CD
picture
game.
again?
Yeah. It's the movie Dark
Miss
City.
Uncle Chuck.
I love Uncle Chuck, Sonic with a white mustache. Is he canon? He's got to be. Is he in any of the games?
Nope.
I'd play as Uncle Chuck.
I think
I'd go to his movie.
He became the werehog.
Ah, that's it. That's the backstory.
Uncle Chuck.
A ton. Tails, you okay?
Yep. Not again. Where are we?
An air vent. But
Saves
hey,
on animation
no
cost.
problem. I have eyes like a hawk.
Tonight, I shall reveal my most brilliant plan to date that will positively
Exposition.
eliminate the nasty little hedgehog, as well as all the other so-called freedom fighters. And
I
bring
don't know about
me
that
the
shot of
tolerance.
Sonic's groin coming
My plan
down
is
at you.
simple in its genius.
It's like an upskirt of Sonic.
Sonic. I gotta go.
Well, he's already nude.
Oh, true. And I like this detail of Sonic, because if it was a real kid, this might happen.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I don't think that was in the script.
No,
I think that was the actor.
Go with it. Go with it.
Buzz bombers, under Snibbly's direction, will use to spray over the great forest and instantly kill all
Cody.
trees, revealing the freedom fighters' secret hiding place, Not Whole Village. Thus, allowing my
The
swamp
exposition
boss
is
to
still
capture
happening.
Princess Sally. And if that horrid hedgehog
We even got a
should
dust
show up,
in there.
I have a little surprise.
the Hedgehog-seeking missile.
It's a young Stephen Miller.
Start the countdown.
The Hedgehog-seeking missile.
Nice of you to drop in, Hedgehog.
I wonder how popular this was. Like what the if people were actually if kids were watching this when it first came out.
Yeah, this was sort of. I mean, I guess I was in high school. I don't know if I was watching a lot of Saturday morning cartoons at that point. So, yeah, I don't know how popular it was.
It's certainly not as annoying as most of the things that we've watched together.
No, this is this is like a solid B-.
2 seasons, 26 episodes, and I think it had 4 VHS releases. We have a couple of them. So, yeah. And I think every cartoon supervillain has said, nice of you to drop in every cartoon we've watched on this show.
I'm waiting for him to say, silence! He's going to say silence.
Of course. I don't think so. There's still too much work to do. Listen, I like to stay and really get to know you.
Should have said, Sonic, don't play that.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, guys.
But it's juice time!
It's juice time. Everything's juice related.
Does OJ make an appearance?
Yeah, he does. Hey, Sonic.
Let's see you worm out of this one, Hedgehog.
Tails, time to bust the power ring.
That echo that they're using for Robotnik really works. The far away echoey sound. It's really good.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Did the little kid? Did he pee? Did he go to the bathroom yet?
No, he sneezed though, so I bet he peed a little bit when he sneezed.
Oh, okay, right.
All right. Let's the power ring special ability.
Hold on, Tails, we're gonna
It's like gummy berry juice.
You were fortunate this time, Hedgehog, but the night is young.
Is this way past cool?
Next time.
There we go. There's the way past cool.
Yep.
You were really great today.
Thanks. What about yesterday?
What about it?
Well, wasn't I great yesterday, too?
So-so.
So-so?
Is there an echo?
Well, what about the day before yesterday?
Hey, Sally, got any cheese?
Well, was I great or so-so?
I don't remember the day before yesterday.
Well, I do, and I was great.
A callback of some sort.
Oh, Rob Paulson too.
Yeah.
Wait, back it up. Were there any names that you recognized in there for the voiceover?
Definitely Rob, right?
Yeah, Charlie Adler, I think, was the voice of Buster Bunny,
Jim Cummings.
and then there's Welker. Yeah.
What did Welker do in this? Oh, the robots?
Yeah, a lot of the robot incidental voices that we didn't hear much of in this one. But
wait, I know we've asked this before, but have you met Welker?
He is not.
I've probably asked you this 15 times now. But
I'm gonna go find you next time too. Now, Sonic is still in the zeitgeist. Sonic 3 comes out in a week, 2 weeks. And
Sonic is peak popularity right now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Absolutely.
And these were like surprise hits, and the video games, I don't know how well they're doing now, but the movies are huge. And you have voiced Shadow. You have your take on it, and I saw you were interviewed when it came out that Keanu Reeves was the voice of Shadow in the movie.
Yeah.
You were interviewed by like whom? Everyone was asking your thoughts on this.
It was so my agent called me up and said, "Do you want to do an interview with TMZ?" And I was like, "Sure," but do they know I'm not the current voice of Shadow?
Yeah.
So I actually was getting my hair cut at the time when they called, and they're like, "Yeah, are you going to be home in an hour?" So I just jumped here in the booth but as I said, like I think Keanu was such a great choice, and for months people were saying, do you think Keanu's going to be Shadow or is going to be Hayden Christensen? And every time someone would mention it, I'd say, I hope it's Keanu because he's so good, and he sounds like Shadow anyway.
Dark and moody, and so we'll see how that goes in a couple of weeks. But now it's time to play perhaps the dumbest game we've ever done on Saturday Morning Cartoons, and it's based on a T-shirt that we saw in Joe's hometown newspaper for I believe
exactly what you're talking
bowling scorers.
Yeah.
So it's a game called Sonic or Chronic? Now, I'm going to give you a name of something, and you tell me if it is a Sonic character, or it's a strain of marijuana.
That was the shirt. That was the shirt I saw. It was like it was in my local newspaper, and it was like the bowling scores or the bowling tournament winners, and they all, all the bowlers lined up, and one guy in the front was wearing a Chronic the Hedgehog T-shirt, and I cut that out immediately, and I think I gave it to Nick for his birthday. So.
That's awesome.
Jason, at the end of this game, I'd like to hear what your voice is for Chronic the Hedgehog.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is the sound for Chronic the Hedgehog. Okay. All right. So first one up, Green Hill Zone. Is that a Sonic reference or is that a strain of marijuana? And I should mention the game is the first person to say it because it's fast.
Sonic.
That's
Okay. Giving it to George. He was the fastest, just like the Hedgehog. First game. That was Sonic. Okay. Next up, again, first person to say it. Sonic or Chronic? Blue Dream.
It's weed. Oh, Chronic, I mean. Damn
Yep, I said Chronic first, though.
I think Joe buzzed in first. Let's see. That's right.
Yeah.
A strain of marijuana. All right. That's right. That's what you make marijuana cigarettes from.
Yep.
All
exactly.
right.
They call it Blue Dream for a reason, too.
Black Doom.
Chronic.
Sonic.
Chronic.
I think I heard Jason first. Let's take a look. Yes, Black Doom was in the Sonic game. What was it? Oh, it was a 2005 game, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. That was the very first video game I ever worked on.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you know Black Doom.
Black Doom was voiced by my friend Sean Schimmel.
Is
really
the voice of Goku now? Yeah.
Is there any difference in recording voiceover for a video game versus a cartoon?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The big difference is for the cartoon, we get to see the picture and get to hear all the Japanese voices coming out of the mouths that we have to match. And for the video games, they're like, here's the script, do whatever you do, and then there's no picture. It's all prelay.
It's easier.
Go back. Yeah, it's definitely more there's way more to do for a video game. So I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's definitely, you can be more creative with it.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, ready? Hands on buzzers.
Okay.
Scrap Brain.
Chronic.
Sonic.
Scrap.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
The final zone of the first Sonic game.
Wow.
So Joe gets that one correct. Okay, here we go. Candy Rain.
Ooh. Chronic.
Chronic.
Okay,
Voice to
Joseph. All right. That's right. Joe.
That's my preferred strain, actually.
Right.
So, I do that one.
Makes you feel good, right?
Candy Rain.
You smoke that one?
Yeah.
Candy
Feel
Rain.
good. All right, get ready. Daisy D.
Sonic.
All right. This is a trick question. It's actually the lead singer of Technotronic.
Oh.
So I didn't tell you,
Technotronic.
but we were actually playing Sonic or Chronic or Technotronic. And that last one. So now let's hear the voice of what would this gentleman sound like, Jason?
Hey, man, I hope you got some chili dogs to go with this Chronic.
Oh, he's kind of coughing as he's laughing.
I really can't run that fast. Hey, man, let's juice.
We got a new best-selling series of Chronic the Hedgehog.
Yes, the
It was
spinoff.
born here.
Finally. Yes.
Oh, wow. Amazing. I've learned so much today. But George, did you learn anything?
Yes, I have learned something.
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog is the personification, no, hedge-sonification of every creature's desire to be the fastest animal in the forest. We humans are not immune from this fascination. From our earliest days as terrified, fleeing primates on the savannah, we have never outgrown this urge and even enshrined this desire in the creation of a long line of nimble deities, from Hermes to Barry Allen. But if all of us could run and escape from that which seeks to capture, hurt, or humiliate us, we would never confront our tormentors, real or imagined. We must overcome. But for those of us who lack courage, let's juice. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Oh,
I'll juice with you anytime, George. Anytime you want, let's juice.
In this filthy cup.
Yeah, I liked it. It could have been faster. I think that's my main thing in this Sonic. Yeah, we got to speed run that lesson next time.
Hey, can I show a bootleg Sonic that I use a lot for images?
Yeah.
Let me just share screen. Let me do the window here. This is one of my favorites. Maybe it's not bootleg. I don't know. You tell me. Is that? It's a Happy Birthday Sonic and Garfield.
I think that's canon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think it could
Jim
be.
Davis is getting money for that. You know it.
Oh, definitely.
Are Sonic's arms that color?
I think so, right? I think the tan. Yeah.
He's in a sleeveless.
Can I show my favorite Sonic bootleg?
Yeah,
look,
of course.
wait. There's his arms are tan.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it right. Maybe it wasn't a bootleg.
Here's my favorite Sonic bootleg. This chair.
No, that is also canon.
Jason, have you ever voiced that chair before?
Hey, have a seat, kids.
Please kill me.
Don't mind
Jason,
the sit under the cushion.
You go to these conventions. What's your next one? This is gonna.
Yeah, I'll be in Corpus Christi on the 14th, I think 13th and 14th of December. And then next year's filling up already. I'm in Atlanta, New Mexico, Oklahoma, all over Orlando.
What do you do? Do you sit at a booth and talk to people, or do you?
Yeah.
What do you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm at a table. You can come see me, and we do panels a lot of the times, especially if there's other Sonic cast members. They'll throw us on a panel, and we'll answer questions, sign autographs. All the
and
normal.
people give you gifts and art, and you brought a sack full of
all the time
things from your most recent convention, right?
It's like, this is this is a few conventions. Someone actually gave me this bag. People will give me gifts all the time, and I save a lot of them. It's like here's a great one. That's me.
Oh, wait, that's you. You look a little bit like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
This is actually done by a really great artist that I have used his art at my table before. He's pretty talented. I get a lot of letters like this. I haven't had time to read it yet.
Oh, wow. All right. You got to do
I haven't
dramatic reading.
I haven't been through. This is like a coaster with Sonic and Shadow on it. It's made of wood.
That's cool. Makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think I've been through this bag since I've been home. There's a lot. People will give me gift cards, and here's one that says, "I just love Latinas, Sonic." He's got his passport in his hand.
His classic catchphrase. About how he loves Latinas.
I mean, there's so much to see. I mean, but the number, like, people that come to these conventions are so super talented. They will stand in line and draw these things, and by the time they get to me, they're like, "Oh, I'll say, how long did this take you?" And they'll be like, "Well, I've been in line for an hour, so that's how long it took." But yeah, there's so much. There's so much.
That's great. We got to find out more about these conventions, and we have a gift for you for being on our convention. It's a mug with a broken handle. Joe,
it's right here. I'm tossing it in the mail. You can toss it in the bag.
Hold it off to the side. Yeah. Got it. Thanks, man. Got it.
Oh, good. Yeah,
the handle.
The illusion.
This episode was way past cool. Did I do it right, Jason?
So good. Way past cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Happy Shaturday.
Yeah.
Hey, from Sonic and all.
Wow.
Happy
Shaturday.
Happy Shaturday.